All right, on to the back tomato over here. I gotta take a peek at this a little bit on what we have going on, because I have some little dots and stuff here. Not sure what those are. It's out of focus. The main reflected light is here, but it does look like maybe there's some other little lighter spots on here. A lighter on this upper edge as I'm looking through this tomato back over here. So let's get started with it. There is the major portion that's back over here is this darker color. So let's do it. Let's do the dark brown. And doing some of that. Let's get the dark brown in here. I'm going to rotate this just a little bit so I can use the tip of the brush. The nice thing is I have a nice long brush, and so I can come here on this side and paint that in without getting my elbow into something. That is that. There's the edge of the tomato. There's a little bit of a leaf right there. And then this brown, like I said, it's in a pretty big area. I'm going to have that as just a little bit of a reflected light area here. This needs to come all the way down. Alright, let's see. As this one comes here, thinking there's like just a little bit of some greeneries right in there, so I'm leaving some spots for the green. Your darker values, a lot of times you can scrub those in, you can stretch the paint and make it go a long ways. Okay, let's go here. Now this, I'm thinking and I'm wondering, the back tomato is the darker tomato, and I think this might be just light enough. On that front tomato. And maybe not. So there might need to be a little bit of changing right in there. And I just want a hint of the brown up over here as it transitions, goes underneath that leaf. You want to have pop out on the other side. A lot of times when things end underneath something, it doesn't quite look right because it ends underneath there. So I'm extending that out just a little bit. All right, so I'm thinking to myself, I need this next one is going to be my light, my dark, the dark red orange, and I need just a hint of it right here, like that. Okay. And I want that to kind of blend in here because the front tomato is just a little lighter. And then we need to have that noticeable. Like that. So that we see just a little bit down over here on the other tomato. Okay. Okay, now let's go get this stuff here. And there's not much of the red brown up here. I'm going to actually cover that over a little bit. I thought it was a little high. And let's get some more of this red brown in through here. And just some more of it up here. Like that. That's coming there. That piece is that one there. I think there's another leafy under that. How's that gonna work? I think this is gonna work like this. There's that stem that comes down there. So there's a little bit of red brown right in there. That's how that's gonna work. Now, remember I had this little reflected light thing here where it was a little lighter? I'm going to hit that with the red brown as well. The corner of the brush, like that. Going to clean off my brush. And time to do a little blending. So I'm going to blend this edge here because it's a fuzzy, kind of a blendy edge. Then we're going to brush along the seams here to blend that in. Take some of the brown out into the red and some of the red back in here to the brown. Mix this part up here a little bit. Like that. I think I want just a touch more of the red brown. I wanted this to come down a little lower. And so I'm going to make that mixture a little heavier with the red orange. Okay. Clean off my brush. And let's hit the middle red orange. That is going to be some of the major parts of it all. I think most of the rest of this is going to have some of that red in it. Here the background tomato is lighter than the one in front, at least until we get right about there. And then all of a sudden it gets a little darker. Now this has that little stem piece we've got to figure all out here, and then this has a little bit of a stem coming back into there. That's our little area of our light. This has some crazy looking pieces in it. I gotta figure out what it is. So there's the stem, comes there, and then there's a leaf that's right there. So that's getting good and blended. Okay, that's that red. Now I got to come back here with just a corner. Remember I had this area that was in the red brown that was a little lighter. So here's a little bit more of the red orange in that area with just the corner of the brush to apply it, and then the corner of the brush to kind of blend it. Then we can blend in here the transition area on that one. Already been blending this one. And then clean off the brush because I might have polluted that a little bit. Come back and get some more of that red. And then this top part up here is going to be red. Rotate that around. Now I do see a few little pencil line marks here, so I'm going to come back in and get a glob of the red and try and dab that so I can't see the pencil lines anymore. Okay, that's cool. Clean that off. Now we get my light orange and light orange in through here. And a little bit of light orange there. A little bit of light orange here. Now this one wasn't a highlight, so this is the light orange is the end of it all here. Just like these other little splotchy areas were kind of the end of that value change. Okay, got to blend that in just a little bit so it does transition. And with those smaller areas, I might need to use the corner of the brush again just to kind of blend that out. Bring that out a little bit, kind of like that. Come back over here, I want to blend this orange in as well so that it transitions. And so I'm just pulling little bits of the paint out into the red area with the corner of the brush, so it'll kind of drag and feather and blend in just a little bit better. Let me rotate this around here. I have a little bit, this one here needs to be pulled just with a little bit. So that we can make that transition. I'm going to clean off my brush. Grab a little bit of white. Get it right side up again. And I want to put a little bit of a glob of white in there because I did want it to have a highlight initially. And then let's kind of blend that into its surrounding area as well by just pulling the white into the orange with just a little bit of the brush, like that. And now I'm going to help that transition out here a little bit more too. Clean off the brush. There we go. That's made a little bit of a blend across that area. Hopefully be able to let that transition. So now we have that tomato done over here, looking pretty nice on that. I wonder if there's just a little bit of light area back over here too. I had a little bit of residual white and orange on my brush, and so I think that probably has a little bit of a highlight area to it as well, a little bit lighter up top there. There's some of that orange maybe. Like that. Alright, so now there's the back tomato. How awesome.